All right, we got a lot to get to today. Let's just get right into it. Brothers allowed Black Widow to bite them, believing they'd turn into Spider Man. Honestly, I can't believe this hasn't already happened. The logic there is completely sound. We've seen countless images of multiracial Spider-Mans being bitten by spiders that look kind of like this, and they get superhero powers. And when you're about 4 years old, that's the all the logic you need. And the boys were aged 12, 10, and 8. Ooh, not ideal. Not ideal. I was definitely catching these little guys, Black Widows, and putting them in Prego jars when I was like 7 years old and stuff, but I definitely was also not purposely letting them bite me while simultaneously being a huge Spider Man fan. The boys failed to improve overnight. They were taken to a children's hospital in LA with muscular pain, sweating, fever, and general tremors. They improved and they were discharged. Well, see, lesson learned. Moving on, we got the first private space launch. About time. About time you get away from, well, even slightly get away from NASA. I mean, NASA was founded by Nazis, so, And Elon doesn't seem like a Nazi. He seems super cool. And he smokes weed, and he names his son after alphabet soup or something. All right, and then we got big news now. Scholars claiming that Jesus actually told lepers to stay home and save lives. Wow, that's so beautiful. The Bible contains several accounts of Jesus dealing with lepers, but the historical narratives might not be telling us the full story, some scholars are now claiming. Rather than healing and cleansing the lepers, it seems Jesus actually just gave them an air high five and said, "Go home and save some lives," before moving on, so as not to get infected. It was it was a smart thing to do. It's how Jesus loved his neighbor, and may we all live by example by never going back to work again. Wow, this is just truly inspiring and probably the most beautiful thing ever written. We should all just stay home until we accrue like $400,000 of debt and live in perpetual poverty. Very cool. You hate to see this. Moving on. We got Jay Cutler's marriage completion percentage drops to 0. That's a tough scene. I think we've all seen The League, and we know about the young Cutlet. There's old Cutler, and then the young Cutlet, the prize. So this is pretty sad to see. Made a loving conclusion to split. They were fucking throwing plates at each other and maybe pointing loaded guns at each other and screaming at full volume in the middle of the night. It wasn't a loving conclusion. It never is. They announced it like a player being cut from an NFL team. With great sadness, after 10 years together, we have come to a loving conclusion to get a divorce. We have nothing but love and respect for one another and are deeply grateful for the years we shared, memories made, and the children. Oh my God, there's multiple cutlets we are so proud of. This is just the situation of two people growing apart. Wow. We ask everyone to respect our privacy as they posted on social media. Wow, big sad. Cutler, you need to get a wife who smokes like you, dude. She probably doesn't even smoke. Ooh, drama here. Marital misconduct she's accusing him of. Oh, this isn't loving at all, man. She wants the custody of the kids, and he wants joint custody because he's more available because he's a retired NFL player. Kristen filing for primary physical custody upset Jay. Kristen has made comments about possibly moving back to LA, which also is a concern of Jay's, as the family's current home is in Nashville. Well, dude, you're the guy, so you're fucked. Like, she's going to win. You're going to lose everything. It's just how it goes. It's a tough scene. Moving on to just some devastating news. Anna Kendrick has revealed that she does not believe in soulmates. Now, this is my future wife, so this is pretty devastating for me to hear, right to my face. Please give me a moment of silence. I don't believe in soulmates in any traditional sense for sure, Kendrick shares. Like, the word is kind of synonymous with the one. There's many the ones, and if we're lucky, we spend a long time with someone. I wonder if there are non-romantic soulmates, says the actress. I mean, I would say that there's evidence that it's more likely that a soulmate is non-romantic. What the fuck is she talking about? The best and longest relationships in my life are certainly friendships. This is a woman who owns a really, 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 really good vibrator, and she just does not give a fuck. She doesn't want kids. Oh yeah, yeah. She has it figured out. She's got her life laid out. She's gonna own cats. I mean, take it to the bank. She's got it. Final story of the day. People are getting snippy about Trump not wearing a mask. Joe Biden's wearing a mask. He looks like he looks like an old pedophile that they had to muzzle up before he goes in public so he won't sniff children. Uh, uh, you know, I guess Trump's taking shots at people for wearing masks or whatever. And then, to kind of back him up, we have this clip from that super famous Dr. Fauci saying that, masks are kind of useless.
Right now in the United States, people should not be walking around with masks.
You're sure of it? Because people are listening really closely to this.
Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. And often, there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep touching their face.
And can you get some schmutz sort of staying inside there?
Of course. But when you think masks, you should think of healthcare providers needing them and people who are ill.
All right, and that's all for today. See you tomorrow.